Okay, Bone, this is a question, man, and this is a damn good question.
Right.
Now, you told me that when you went in there to record that Never Scared,
Right.
you had the weight of the world on your shoulders. You got little kids that need to be fed.
Right.
You stressed out because you ain't got no deal. You don't know what the hell's going on.
Right.
But then you go on to have one of those kind of careers that are made in fairy tales, okay? You see what I'm saying?
Guess.
Well, now, buddy, how many rappers got a video game?
Yeah, I got one of those.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How many rappers get nominated for Grammys?
Right.
How many folks have #1 albums?
Right.
How many folks go around the world and able to sing their stuff for 20 years
Right.
past when it dropped? You
Right.
see what I'm saying?
Right.
Television and everything else involved with it. It's a lot
Right.
of artists that put out that record. They put out that record and that's all they did. Okay.
Right.
Everything that happened after you blew, was it everything that you imagined and expected, or did it far exceed your expectations?
I tell you, the only thing that blew my mind was that New York, the way New York embraced Never Scared. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing that really blew my mind. Like the fact to watch, the people of New York City to enjoy it the way that we were enjoying it in Atlanta was mind-boggling to me, especially after, the way that we as Atlantans were, looked at as coming from, New Northerners come here and say we this or that, whatever. But I've always had this non-regional diction. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't shocked, but I was like, wow, I can't believe the way the city of New York is really, and the North, this in general, not just New York, Philadelphia, Boston. I was just kind of shocked at the fact that they liked it as much as we liked it. But other than that, though, man, I think that my career, for as long as it's been, and it's been so much, I think, the real reason, though, behind, to be totally honest with you, that I'm so unselfish.
Yeah.
I think that's the reason why I've lasted so long.
Yeah.
Because I'm constantly giving to people.
Yeah.
Even when I don't have nothing to give, I give it to people.
Here you go.
Right, I just give it out. I have my cup be empty, I'll be still giving it.
Come on.
Man, I've helped so many, man, bro, let me tell you, man. I've helped so many people and didn't have nothing to give.
Yeah.
That's all I did, man. That's all I did, man. I helped Banner, Tip, Killer, I could just name the people, bro.
Yeah.
And you,
Come on.
I helped so many people.
Exactly.
That, it's a space of, for me, I think that's the reason why I've lasted this long, because I understood that community was everything and our people were everything. And,
when you find yourself a video game character, or
Right.
when you find your song getting added to Madden football games, this is ridiculous, Bone. That's what I'm trying to understand. When those calls start coming in and you thinking, okay, this ain't got nothing to do with music.
Nah.
It's got something to do with music, but it's about me now.
I never saw it like that, though. I've always thought about it as a we thing. Even when I was getting my accolades, I was always trying to figure out how we could connect as a community. To be quite honest with you, B-High.
Def Jam Fight for New York, Bone Crusher the character. They ain't got it wasn't me on your back acting like an extra character fighting with
I've
you.
always saw it that way.
That was the Bone Crusher character doing
I've always saw it that way,
When you
man.
said, okay, I was just struggling, now I'm on a damn video game.
I've always saw it that way. How long have you known me, B-High?
I don't know, you probably a good 15
As
years.
long as you've known me, what kind of person am I?
The same every damn time.
And what am I always doing?
Happy, smiling, and having a good time.
And what am I always doing other than that?
Cooling out.
Am I helping people?
Oh, helping. Helping niggas, yes.
That's how I see it. I've always been like that. I mean, even when I was at the height of it.
Were you prepared for that height when you got there?
I was prepared for it, for what had to be done for the South. That's when Kanye said what he said, right? Because he saw me doing it.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm telling y'all, I saw this dude.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Shouts out to Ye.
Yes,
but he saw me. He was like, yo, man, like, who does that? Like, who goes to the top of the mountain and starts sharing wealth while they're climbing?
Exactly.
Right. I'm giving out my picks and axes and I'm climbing to the top, right?
That's right.
So, I'm on Hot 97 talking about Tip and talking about Banner and Killer and Lil Jon and Yin Yang Twins, the Young Bloods. I'm talking about them while I'm on my radio show, just like I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm with you.
I've always believed in that, man. I think that, I don't know what that is in me.
Yeah.
My grandpa taught me that. Community is everything. And if you don't have it, we're nothing. And that's how I see life.
I'm talking about the yin and the yang. I'm talking about the yin of them kids and hunger.
But the money was coming in, though. The money, I wasn't thinking about the money. The money was happening.
That yang part, what was the balance to it all? So as far as you went down, you went up high.
Yeah.
And I want to know, how did you feel when you got to the high side?
I felt good.
Okay.
I felt great.
That's what I'm saying, because it's so like you didn't enjoy a damn thing. You just said, let me help everybody.
I won't say I didn't enjoy it. Let me tell you something. I love the craft of music.
Yeah.
More than the accolades. More than the money.
Yes.
To be honest with you. Because if I'm good at my craft, and if I'm good at what I do, I will always get the money.
Yeah.
The money is just a residual thing of something that I've invested in.
Yeah.
So if my investment is about my music and my sound and my people, I will always be taken care of, right? That's why I ain't never been broke.
When the money came in, how did that make you feel, Bone?
Good.
And how did that change your life, too?
For the better. Financially, yes. Yes. I mean, the thing about it is that financially, I did okay,
Yeah.
I did all right. But the thing is that wasn't what it was about for me.
Yeah.
I didn't really see it like that. But what I do see is that I see the South winning.
Yeah.
I see Atlanta's the #1 place to find rappers. I had a big part in that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that was my contribution to the city.
Yeah.
Right? When I was up, I knew that we had to be a tribe.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the way I saw it. So that's why, once again, I never was worried about the money. I didn't do it for money. I'll be honest with you, man. I didn't. First of all, I didn't know it was no money. We had a couple of record deals here and there, man. But I was just, And when I went for it for myself, I made some money. But at the end of the day, I felt like when I was on top that people that were in my circle would do it for me, right? A lot of them didn't.
Yeah.
Some of them did, right? But that's not what I did it for.
Each generation, we have to have selfless people that come into the game.
Right.
That pull up other folks to maintain the game.
Right.
And I think we got to a point in Atlanta to where nobody pulled up other talented people, because don't get it messed up, Bone, you still had an eye for talent for the people that you were helping. So it wasn't like you were like, let me go help my little cousin over here. It was like, okay, Banner, you gonna be something.
Right.
Let's rock out.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? John, I already know what you're doing. Let's go ahead and do it.
Right.
Tip, you gonna be something. Let's rock out. I can see it.
Right.
So sharing your platform with folks so they can become mega superstars at the same time hasn't occurred on a regular basis. And I think that's what made Atlanta, because you had so many people working together and pulling each other up all the way up until a certain point to where it was every man for himself.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? I remember when I was at the radio station, before we got to the point of where we was at right now, where nobody's come out of Atlanta since Lil Baby.
Right.
I remember thinking to myself, I said, man, I see this. We about to go down the wrong path.
Right.
Let me run as many folks through this radio station as I damn can.
There you go.
To give folks the opportunity to go get a record deal, to be seen, and to get their record broke. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
It wasn't fun for me to have to do that, but I knew it needed to be done at that time, because if it didn't get done, a lot of folks weren't going to get the opportunities that they would have eventually gotten.
Yeah.
What do you think happened to the city to where nobody is willing to, take that? It ain't even taking the L for the team. It's taking the responsibility for trying to make sure other people are successful.
It ain't in them. It ain't for everybody.
Damn.
It's for you. It's for me. It's for those that understand it. Everybody's not going to get it. And that's not their position in life. It's my position to be who I am. It's your position to be high. It's his position to be whoever he is. It's her position to be whoever she is. Right? When Story and I helped Latto, we didn't ask for no dollars. I didn't ask for nothing. I saw a young lady that needed some assistance.
Yeah.
So
how do you feel now when you see her winning these awards, and you was thinking to yourself, I remember when you was just fresh out trying to figure it out, and now you done blew all the way up.
I love it. I love it, man. I'm glad that she's doing it. I'm glad she's doing what she's doing. She's finding her way. She's becoming a force to be reckoned with, and I'm very proud of her.
Exactly.
Very proud of her, man. I'm glad she's doing it. I'm proud of her family, her dad Shane, and her mama. I'm just really proud of her, man. I see her, she's keeping her sister close to her, which I love a lot.
Yeah,
I love that she's keeping Brooklyn around it. And I think that's very dope. That's what it's about, man. You know, and I'm just proud of her, man. I'm really proud of her and anybody else that we've helped over the years.
That just goes to show that eye for talent, though. Still,
right?
You see what I'm saying? Because you ain't gonna just help anybody. It's got to be somebody that you know gonna be somebody. At the same time, too.
Yeah. And it's a lot of times you help people that are hungry and that are talented at the same time. You know, me helping you be a artist and you should be a janitor, I need to go find a job for you sweeping floors, right? That's the difference. I can't make you be something you're not. It's just like we said earlier.
I'm with you.
Why people ain't doing this and they doing that, because it ain't in them.
Exactly.
You know, and most times people will lead, people will follow by example. And that example is what you're doing behind. I mean, you're doing great things, man.
Thank you, sir.
And that's the reason why I'm here doing this interview. I don't do interviews.
I know.
Right? So I'm too busy to be doing interviews.
Come on now.
When my album comes out, I'm gonna do an interview. But I'm out here trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure out how to save the planet.
Exactly.
Right. Help one brother at a time, one sister at a time. Maybe a group or two, you know? I mean, this is what it is. I'm just telling the truth, brother.
I'm with you, bro.
Yeah.